Hello everyone, welcome to Anybe's YouTube channel. My name is Eno Johnson. It's a delight to have you in my channel. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so, and also like this video, because so I can go viral. It will really help a lot of people. I am producing this video out of experience I had doing plantain chip business. Yeah. In doing this business, you definitely need to have a plan, a business plan, if you are going commercial, so that you know what you are into. Some people go into businesses like this, they look at it as a very easy, cheap, something they can just jump into. You'll be shocked that you go into it. Instead of making profit, you'll be making losses. But I'm going to show you how you can produce a plantain chips and be earning 10 to 20,000 in a day. I don't mean a month. In a day, or if you are not going to that large extent, you make, even if you are making 5,000 in a day. Yes, it is something. I'll come to that when I'm talking about the marketing and the profitability. You will see how and why you will be able to make that amount. It's not something that you say it's an exaggerating. No, this is not an exaggeration. It's real. Now, when I say write a business plan, it will show you whether you want to go into the production of unripe plantain chips or ripe plantain chips, or both. Whether you want to the one you want to do, the one that has spices or don't have at all. Yeah, there are some people that don't even want any spice on it. But there are some people that like it when it is being flavored. There are different spices. Some only spices, some with onions only, others with pepper, others garlic, pepper, and onions. Somebody like me, I use four of them rather. I use onions, I use garlic, I use ginger, and then pepper. Yeah, so what do you need to start plantain chips business? Of course, you need utensils. You need frying pan. But you know the kind of pan I'm talking about now. If I'm talking about pan, I don't mean that one that you fry dodo at home. That's in when you want to eat your personal food. No, that's not the one I mean. When I'm talking about when I say that you need a pan, I mean there's this big one. Since you are going into commercial, there's this big one they use in frying gari. Yeah, you need something like that. You also need stove. We now have charcoal stove. Yes, that's a nice one to use. Don't use stove. Don't use a kerosene stove. It's very stressful. That's what I use, and it almost discouraged me out of the business because it was so stressful. Before you could even fry and bring down, put again, and all of that, it consumed so much oil and then consumed so much kerosene. I was buying kerosene as if I was buying water. So charcoal is okay. Or where you can use firewood. Very good. You use that if you are going into large commercial. But if it is something that you want to for personal use, use anything: gas stove, kerosene stove, charcoal stove, anyone. Yeah, so you need spices if you are going to use them. You need knife. You need this long spoon, the ones that has hole, so that oil, it will drain oil from it. You also need a bigger basin that has holes that you can use to drain the oil. You need paper. Can be this wrapping paper, that brown one they sell. If I say newspaper, sometimes people have used newspaper, so I don't really encourage that. Although we use they use newspaper to wrap this thing for us, and we still buy them corn. But then for this one, go for the black one so that you can be able to spread it in a very large in a very large place. Okay, so that you need plantain for the materials now, ingredients now. You need plantain, you need oil, yes, those you need salt too. Salt, there are some people, if they are using, if they are producing the ripe one, they don't use salt. So you may not necessarily need salt when you are preparing the ripe one. But these are the things you need. How do you start? You first of all go to the market, locate the market that you can be buying plantain cheap. Don't just buy it anywhere. No. What I did was, there's this village market. They sell it's every Thursday or is it Friday. I go very early when they are just coming out from the farm. So I buy them very cheap and I use strong ones. So the choice of plantain is very important, because if you buy this chelenke one, the ones that are not strong, you cut them, you fry them to look smallish. But if you buy the strong ones, plantain that stand is on the top and is strong from the top, they cut it, you see it, you know it. These big ones, those ones, you make good profit from those ones. So you buy strong. There are some banana plantain that looks like banana. Please don't use that one. Don't use real plantain, one that is as the one you saw in this video, big one. Well, you need a cutter so that you can cut it. The way it is very stressful is the peeling. So after washing your plantain, you wash it under running water. If you don't have fresh water, put them in basin. Wash them at once. So everything at once, keep them in one place, and then pay people to peel it. Because if it is only you and doing it for commercial, you can use the half day in peeling plantain. It's not necessary. Get people that you pay 1, 2, 3. The peel of everything, and then you can have 1 or 2, 3 cutter. They help you to cut it. Yes, that's where the work is. Once they have finished cutting, frying doesn't really have much work, because 1 or 2 turning you brought it out in as much as there's fire. So you cut it to the size that you want. There are different sizes. People go for the round size, others go for the vertical one, round size. Others go for the yes, I should say vertical one. No, I don't know if I call it vertical also. So there are different sizes. There are some people that even cut different sizes. You won't even know that's plantain. You cut it in this size, smallish, big, this. It's like a mix like that. But the choice of the sizes you cut and the shapes really depends on you and your target market. In fact, talking about target market, before you even start, make sure you know your target market, where they will buy it quickly and easily. Identify 5 or 10 shops you can supply to, so that it makes your work easier. They are the ones that will even be requesting, I finish. Sometimes you take 5,000 onto them. You see, they'll start calling you. Hey, please, bring. This one has finished. Please bring more. So identify where you can be supplying. And then also, packaging is very, very important. Packaging is very, very important. Depending on your locality, your environment, you know the caliber of people that are there. If it's people that they go for all this high test packaging, then go for that. You can use a container, you can use nylon, and there are some fanciful nylons you can use that are branded, or if they are plain, you can paste your brand name on it. Yes, or you use a container it's fine. Each of them is the amount you sell that matters, because you sell according to how you package, yeah, and how you will make profits too. So if you are supplying to a supermarket, you can supply the two, the nylon on and the container on. They'll go for it. The container on is sold higher. For instance, if the packaging on is 100, the container is 500, 1,000, depending on the size. So that is how it is. But make your plantain chips to be very, very tasty. Have good taste. When I did mine, honestly, this is what I did. This is my secret. Every business has its own secret. This is my own secret. Some people add garlic and all those spices, pepper, after they have finished um, frying. They bring it down and then they add those things. But I didn't do that. What I do is that I just peel the garlic. I cut this thing, the peel, the back of the garlic, ginger. I drop them inside. Before I even I drop the inside the oil. Then for the plantain, that time I'm keeping it to drain. I have spread fresh pepper on it. So I just throw them up so that they can mix, and allow it to drain. And then when the oil is hot, I now pour them inside. When you turn them inside, don't start stirring immediately. No, allow a little time. Of course, when you are turning it in, reduce the fire, reduce the volume of the fire, so that it will not become hotter and hotter, and then before you know it, it becomes should I say brownish, and you bring it down, but that's the inside. It's not done. No, what you do is that reduce the fire, then put them in, allow some time. When you allow a small time, then you start turning. You see that it will not gum on the spoon, on the this thing, your stirring rod. But if you immediately are putting it, you are turning it, it will be sticky, and then you won't. It will affect your distance, slow you down. You start looking for how to remove those sticky ones. Those sticky ones, you are wasting them. So you just allow time. You turn it after a while, then you turn it again. The next one, you turn it and you hear crack crack. You know that sound, crack 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 sound. Just know that okay, it's done enough for me to bring them down. You bring them, put them inside sieve. You know this enamel sieve that has hole. Turn them inside there and drop them. When it drains, you put it inside a basin. When it drains, that wrapping paper, foil, that wrapping paper, not foil, now brownish paper, whichever, whitish, whatever it is, turn it on top of the paper and air it. Allow air to touch it a little. I didn't say it for a long time, so that it gets cold. You know, you can't put a hot something or warm in a rubber, in nylon. It's not advisable. So when it is cold, you now put them in the nylon. You should have electric you should have this electric machine that you use in sealing. This sealing machine, you should have it. That's what I was using. So you seal it and you paste your branded name on it. Or if you're putting them in container, you just put them, you close them and put them in one place, like that. When you finish, those places that you met, that you are doing into plantain chips business, you supply to them. This is how I did my own counting, whereby it's 100. I gave them 13. I did that on purpose. They make 300 on top of it. That's not a problem to me, because I still make my own profits. The main thing is that so that they can, they will be the one calling you. And my plantain chip was so tasty in that it's a copper that even decided to do the marketing in Cross River State. They were going from one supermarket to the other, and they were supplying the supermarkets. When they finished, so that's some of them say, Okay, when they finish, you come and collect the money. They'll call you when they finish, they give you the money, but others will just pay immediately. It's customer relationship, anyhow they want it. But all you need to do is that having that relationship with them and then keeping to their words. Okay, so that is it. So now in the profit aspect of it, let's assume that, let's just assume that you are supplying to 10 shops in a day, supplying to 10 shops, product worth 10,000. That is 100,000 in a day. That is 100,000. Okay, now, do you know that if you spent 100,000 in producing plantain chips, that you can make 50,000 from it? Yes, you can make 50,000 from it. After deducting your expenses, you can make 50,000 from it. Yes, ask people that are doing it, they'll tell you that. So let's assume this 10,000 that you gave to each of them, they sold it under 3 days. So another, you have now produced another one, and you now supply again. That's, you are making like 100,000 in a week. So that means in a month you can actually make 300,000 to 400,000. That is how profitable plantain chips business is. So I will advise you, don't wait. Start with, no matter how small the amount you have. If it is 5,000 naira, start. That's how I started. How did I start? I just went to Shuleja market, bought the 1,000 naira plantain. I just fried that some. As at that time I was on leave, so I just resigned from my work. I can't remember, so I just did it. There's one woman in our front that has a shop. So I just took it to the woman. Before you know it, she has finished it. She was requesting for it again. That is how it started. That's how business starts. You don't start from up, down. No, you start from down, down, up. Keep building your business. Start. If it is 5,000 you have, please start. Start. Sell it to your neighbors. Sell it to your neighbors. Sell it to your church people, whichever religion you are. Sell it to them, colleagues. As a student, you can do it. Sell it to other of your colleagues in school and all of that, and make money. Please, there's no time. Everything, see, there's nothing that is being done, is being sold in Nigeria that is not sold in other places in the Western world. The only difference is packaging. So pay attention to your packaging and package your products very well so that people will come for it. That my own was so attractive in that it was so inviting. When people see it, they will just love it. I have a friend, she was coming all the way from a different local government to come and count it. She has a shop opposite a university. So she does it, and then people were rushing it. So just make your own nice. Have a good packaging. Brand your own. Go to the internet, you see different packaging. Choose the one that you have the one that you have interest in, and use it to package your own plantain chips. If you have questions, you can drop it on the description box. I will answer. If you have other things you want me to write about, feel free. I have done several of these kind of businesses. I can tell I've done popcorn. I have done many of these things. So I can answer the question comfortably. So thank you very much for staying glued to any best YouTube channel. As I said before, kindly subscribe and give a like to this video. Let it go viral so that people can benefit from it. Thanks and bye for now.